Well, so guys, I was halfway into a video and gonna review some sauces that I got in today, and I looked at my phone and I'm like, oh crap, it's not recording. So here's take two in the recording process. So right off the bat, I've been pretty busy lately. Last couple videos, I've shown some chips that I've made. Got some challenge chips that actually we're planning on doing something big for the nukes with them, and sent about 20 packages over there, and just as a gift, and see how that goes. And for the intermediate chili heads, such as myself, I made these ranch chips, and I call them Cruel Ranch. At first, I just kind of took the easy way out and used some Hidden Valley Ranch with a little bit of pepper dust, some Reaper, some Primo. Current batch now, because I've used up most of my Primos, I've actually found some different things online to make a copycat recipe without a lot of the junk in it. So that's cool. It took me a little while to get some things down, and I found a missing ingredient tonight, which is supposed to give it some more pop, and it works to a certain degree, but that's not what this is about. Tonight we are, or I am reviewing some sauces that have been out for quite a while now, and the guy that made them, he's pretty well known in the pepper industry, and sent me this cool little sticker. And I'm pretty sure you guys know who that is by now. His name's Troy Primo from Lafayette, Louisiana. Runs primospeppers.com, and I'll try and put a link in the description box. And, you know, guys, you like what I'm doing? Hit subscribe and click the bell, so if I do put out a video, then you'll get notified. And some of the videos I do are this kind of stuff. Some of them I'm just playing a little guitar. And since I'm not monetized, I'm kind of barely getting by with copyright issues. But it's all for fun. I'm just a hobbyist. But anyway, back to Troy. Now I've friended him on Facebook a couple months back, and matter of fact, last December I was making some powder with honey, salt, and Primo powder, and I called it Hive Mind. And my friend Tracy Freeman said, dude, you got to send some of this Primo. And so months went by, chit-chatting a little bit, and he finally sent me his address, so I sent him some, and just got back with me today and gave me thumbs up, and so that kind of made my day. And hopefully, I'll be another one of those guys that'll make his too. But I got a few sauces today. Some I haven't opened yet. Some I've had for about a week now that I've almost gone through already. And instead of a spoon here, I got some chips, because, you know, who sits at the dinner table and just eats hot sauce by the spoon? You eat it. But these are like super thin Tostitos, or whatever they call them, and got just the tiniest bit of salt on them. Anyway, got a line to go through. And a lot of these, I'm not going to read the ingredients, because most everybody who's familiar with them knows what's in them. This is just my take on them. But the first one is actually his wife's creation. She's the halo, he's the horns, so I've heard them say. This is called Farmer's Daughter Fig and Habanero. It's really sweet. Started off as a jelly, but with the COVID and then the bottling crisis, there's a shortage of bottles, and so he's like, well, let's just put them in these, see how it goes. And they're still a pretty hot seller. But right off, flavor profile, rich caramel with hints of maple syrup and toasty undertones. Now, he said that he's got a local guy that supplies his figs, and they just work their magic in their kitchen. But anyway, this one, ingredients: sugar, figs, apple cider vinegar, habanero peppers, lemon juice, lemon pectin, spices. Now, I talked to him off and on, and I said, been kind of using some of this with my barbecue. because I've been a barbecue guy before I got into the chili head stuff, and he said, well, it's really a dessert sauce, but yeah, it should work on that, like pulled pork, and I tried it on some chicken, and you got to go real easy with your dry rub because it'll overpower this pretty easily. So. Consistency is kind of like honey, and when you put it in the fridge, it gets really thick, so you'll have to let it thaw out or put it in the microwave for a few seconds and you're good. Cheers. Right off the bat, you get that real intense sweetness and fig flavor, which is just amazing. I'm getting like some cinnamon, but yeah, there's not a whole lot of heat to it. But when I had my first bottle of it, and I'm not gonna chug it like Tracy, I'm sure it'll be yummy, but this stuff's too good. The farther I went down in the bottle, it seemed the hotter it got. But yeah, this stuff, it's amazing. And hopefully I can figure out, I might just like try some pulled pork, because I think like with ribs and stuff like, and it might be overpowered by everything else, but we'll see. And like I said, I'm kind of going through the heat scale. And I just got this one today. It's the Premonition. That's some pretty cool artwork right there. Got the little Primo right there. And it's kind of hard to see in this room. It's ingredients, from what I can tell: tomatillos, onions, water, smoked jalapeno peppers, vinegar, garlic, cilantro, 7-pot Primo peppers, lime juice, salt, New Mexico green chili peppers, honey, sugar, and spices. So we're gonna get right into this one. Gotta be careful with this knife. Cleanse the palate, give it a good shake. And it's kind of hard to see there. These green sauces are what you would consider a Verde sauce. And, you know, I forgot to do the aroma on the fig and habanero, but not a big deal. Oh, that smells good. Like I said, I can't really pick out individual things with the nose, but it makes my nose happy. Gonna give it a it don't want to come out. There we go. There it goes. Nice little dollop there. Lid on it. It's hard to see in this room, but it's a quiet room for right now. But yeah, it smells super fresh. You're getting all the green peppers, and I don't really smell like any heat like you would with a super hot pepper. Here we go. super good, super fresh. Heat level for me, it's like just barely moving my needle. But that is a fantastic tasting sauce. Might have to do a taco night at some point. And for those who need to ask, it's kind of hard to see, but it does say refrigerate after opening. So yes, there are some sauces that need to be refrigerated. So moving on, I've had this one for about a week now, and it looks the same as the other one, and as far as I could tell, the labels are identical, but when I got this one, it had the XXX hot label on it. Just kind of trust me. Excuse me. Sorry, I can't talk. The same flavor profile. I think this one just has a little bit more Primo in it. Ooh, stay there. Yeah, it tastes exactly the same. Or maybe not exactly, because you can tell there's more 7-pot in there. It's got just a smidge more heat to it. Well, maybe 1.5, 2, if that. Now more, it's going to rise, just like anything else does. But another fantastic sauce, Premonition XXX. So moving on, we've got the Swampadelic, and this is like his logo for Primos peppers, the little woodpecker, kind of cool Cajun thing. Yeah, I've got a pretty decent mouth burn going on with this new Premonition. I like it. Makes my mouth happy. I guess this one's kind of his baby. I have to read this one to you. Sorry. From the ghostly and sweltering swamplands of Louisiana, where only gator and madmen survive, comes the Swampadelic sauce, born of the deep south by a rock and roll genius who in 2005 invented the world record-breaking 7-pot Primo pepper. Primo's pepper sauce is the sacrament of the new hot pepper cultists and their heat-induced purging rituals. Only the blast furnace of the South could give rise to such a monster. Brother Deej. Now, cool fact. Brother Deej, his name is Deej Leg, and for those who like into rock and roll and stuff like that, Tony was in a band in the 90s through the 2000s, 94 to like 2008-ish. I can't quote the exact dates, but they were called Santeria or Santeria, and they had this like really cool Cajun blues / rock kind of vibe to them, and you can find both of their two latest albums. I can't remember the name of the albums right off the top of my head, but they're on Amazon Prime. That's where I found them. One's called, I think, House of the Dying Sun, and Year of the Knife. And really cool stuff. Brother Deej was their singer at the time, and he's kind of doing his own thing now. And he had a song on Quentin Tarantino's what was it? Django Unchained. Too Old to Die Young, I believe is what it's called. And you know, if you like your Cajun blues, Cajun rock and roll, pretty cool stuff. And Troy, he played the guitar in it, played lead guitar, and had some pretty good chops. I dig that, because that's what I do sometimes. I got a little bit of collection right there. Anyway, back to the sauce. And he's got a family-friendly label that says mind-blowing swamp heat or something like that. This one's called Hotter Than the Devil's Pecker. You know, whatever. Yeah. But I can't really read the label a whole lot. But I know, I see that it's first ingredient 7-pot Primo mash. And, you know, the dude invented the pepper. And you can check out the whole story online. There's lots of information. And, I mean, it's cool. You know, everybody's looking for their 15 minutes of fame, but Troy's got several peppers that are stabilized and consistent, unlike others that are out there making a ton of money out there. And I'm not going to mention names because that's not what we're about here. But to the sauce, I mean, it's got a really cool flavor. It got that southern Cajun spice to it, and smells like Primos. And like I said, I've almost gone through the whole, well, not a little less than half the bottle. And it works really good in tomato-based products. From what I've discovered, like chili, it was amazing in a bowl of chili the other day. Let's do the pour. Sorry, I'm doing this on my phone, so it's all a little bit weird. Just going to get a little bit there. Let's put this down and get the lid on it. All right, got a good little dollop on there. That's a tasty sauce as well. It's quite a bit hotter than the Hotter Premonition. It's real pepper forward, but it doesn't have like the bitterness that you would get from a lot of super hot sauces. Got a real nice balanced flavor to it. It's actually getting kind of hard to talk. And a cool story. Was it last year or last summer? I don't remember what it was. It must have been last summer because I was growing Primos. But I did a video where I took my gnarliest Primo and cut it in half, and I was going to eat it. I had it sitting on my table, and wind come by and knocked half of it off the table into the dirt. So I'm like, nah, I can't eat that. But here's the other half. Downed it, and I handled it okay. It was warm. I don't remember getting tears off of it though. But about an hour later, I had to start dinner. Started getting the cramps. And it got to the point where I was cramping up so bad, I burned dinner and had to get some takeout. So I drove off and didn't think much about it. Got the food, standing in line, another cramp hit me. I'm like, come on, lady, hurry up. And got in the car, drove off. Got about a block away from home, and the cramps were so bad, I had to pull over, put my arms over the car, and just sweat it out. Died down for a little bit, got home, ate dinner, and another round of cramps hit. And so that one half of a Primo wrecked my stomach for about 3 hours. I haven't done it since. It's all tongue right now, all tongue burn. Just maybe a little bit back of my throat, but all tongue. top. Yeah. Now, this one, I'm just going to show it to you, and I'm going to try some of it, because I am not at liberty to discuss what's in it, because, out of respect. But I will tell you that it's something new that he's working on. He said it's a hot one. It's pretty thick. This is Swampadelic. It's a little bit runny, not too bad. Got a good consistency all the way through it. But that one, it's a lot thicker, a little bit more of a mash. Kind of has the same vibe to it as, I mean, you can definitely, I'm not going to try not to say too much about it, but it's you can tell there's Primo in there. It's his pepper. You know, he's going to use it. The consistency of it reminds me of a little bit of Hellfire's Fiery Fool. It's a mash. And I don't remember what the percentage of it was, but Fiery Fool's hot. But anyway, you can see it's not moving a whole lot. But yeah, it smells like a mash. Got a few other things in there, but Troy will let you know what's going on. It's Primo forward. That's all I can say. If you love the Primo, you're gonna love that. Even more so when he's done with it. So, anyway, that concludes my review. Get a little bit of a nose run. Wow, that's a warm one. So anyway, thank you to Troy Primo for making all this awesome stuff, and thank you to all the guys in the Primo Army. I want to get me one of the shirts or the posters someday, but you can't go wrong with any of these sauces. And like I said, I told him my lips are sealed on that last one, so you guys, everybody have a good night. My tongue's pretty lit right now. It's really hard to talk. So, can't really think of anything else. So, later.